Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 309, on to the quarterfinals. I'm Nick, and we have Harrison as always tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. My ADD is kicking in hardcore. I got WBC stuff up. I got the fantasy draft going. I got the show going.
Yeah,
I'm struggling over here.
oh yeah, same. I feel you. So we have a ton of stuff to get into, all the WBC stuff, the quarterfinal matchups, and then we will got some trivia tonight, a lot of trivia tonight. So hang on for that. But first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials and our link tree. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please check out our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. Also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. If you search Rounding Third Baseball, we have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tumblers, phone cases, a whole bunch of stuff. Just another great way to support us and to get our name out there. And finally, on Patreon, it's a small little community that can help support creators. And at this point, we need all the help we can get. So please check us out over on Patreon and support us that way if you really love our content. All right, let's dive into it. Tarek Skubal will not pitch again in the WBC. So there was a little speculation that he could possibly come back. He wanted to make another start. But not looking like he's going to. I don't know if he's still with the team and just not pitching or what the deal is, but he will not pitch again in the WBC.
Yeah, it's too bad. I was hopeful the change of heart would stick and he'd hang around and go again. But I mean, I totally get where he's coming from. Big time contract year for him. Big year for the Tigers. He's got a lot of things to prove. So I get where he's coming from. Last I knew, he was still hanging out with the team. He was trying to spend another day or two there, but I think he's heading back to camp here shortly. It's a shame to see him go, but I totally get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I see where he's coming from. The Tigers are coming from. It's a free agency year coming up. Like, there's a lot of factors to play in here. Totally, completely understandable. Flat Cheese says that not Skubal, but Skeens also not gonna pitch again. I haven't heard that, but
yes,
is that true?
I don't know. I did not hear that either. I thought he was slated to be available one more time, but I guess we'd have to look and see how things fall out. It is a short turnaround. I mean, this whole thing is over. What is it, Wednesday? So it's a pretty quick turn.
Yeah, well, the championship's next, isn't it? Sunday, Monday.
That's a good question. What is the rest of the schedule?
Yeah, I think it's this Sunday and Monday, or yeah, I could be wrong, but you're right. It's bang, bang.
It's quarters this week, and then you've got the semis, then you've got the final, which I want to say it's all over on. So Sunday is the quarter, Monday is the semi, Tuesday is the final. Okay, so Tuesday is the final. It's over on Tuesday.
I think it's pushed back a day. I think that schedule's wrong because it says the U.S. is playing Saturday and they're actually playing tomorrow. So you got to push it back one day. I think it's Sunday, Monday.
No, because you've got 4 teams in the quarters. You're doing 2 each day. Team USA was playing on Friday no matter what because of where they are.
Oh, okay. And then,
yeah.
All right. So either way.
The flip-flop was they pushed one of the other brackets out a day. So it's quarters on Friday, quarters on Saturday, one semi on Sunday, one semi on Monday, final on Tuesday.
There we go. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it is a short turnaround. It kind of stinks, but yeah, I have no issue that he only pitched one game, but wasted against Great Britain. Yeah, agree. I mean, Nate Eaton could have gotten 3 hits off somebody else other than him. So
yeah,
there's that.
Apparently, they should have saved him for Italy, but
yeah, right. Insane. So, I mean, it's too bad, but we kind of know that going in, that these guys are only going to be available in a short amount of time. Now, you do have Logan Webb making his second start, but he's had a decent gap between. So,
yeah,
it's the only reason he gets that other start. So,
yeah, I think the way the schedule lays out, the most starts these guys can make it's 2, because this whole thing's over in such a short window.
Yeah. Agree. All right, let's get into the Randy Arozarena and the Cal Raleigh no handshake beef, if you will. Now, listen, I don't have any issue with Cal Raleigh not shaking Randy Arozarena's hands. Dude, yes, we're teammates in the regular season. We're not teammates right now. We're here to win. Like it's not time to be buddy buddy. I don't have any problem with that. What was your initial reaction?
I mean, I'm with you. I don't have any issue with not shaking hands. I get the rub of like we're teammates. I'm just trying to say hi. Like we're cool. We're bros. Like I get where he's coming from. Wanting to do that, but this is not a social call. You're representing your country. It's a game that matters. I appreciate the fact you're teammates on a day-to-day basis outside of this, but we saw that somebody tried to shake the Australian catcher's hand and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
No,
No outrage with that, by the way.
no, and because they didn't know each other. It's just like, he's just like, "No, I'm good. Like this is not a friendly. Like I'm here to win. We're playing a game that matters, and I'd like to stay focused on that."
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue with Cal Raleigh being like, "No, dude, like not here." And I think some of the outrage was fake. I think Arozarena was being a bit dramatic. Not that he's ever done that before. That's new. That's a new thing for him.
Never. Not Randy.
But I can't imagine a guy like Cal Raleigh is going to go back to camp and be bothered by this. But I do worry that this is going to linger a little bit because we know how Arozarena can get. He's a super emotional guy. And I worry that this is going to roll into spring training in the regular season and cause an issue with them. But I don't think it'll be Cal that causes that issue.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've seen other teams, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, like some of those guys have exchanged. And, like I think each situation's different. And the culture on each team is different. And we've seen that, right? We've seen it across the entire WBC, how they celebrate, how they get up for a game, how they focus on a game. Each country, each team has their own way of doing things, and none of it is wrong, right? I don't. Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about, Mike. I find this hilarious, and people trying to overhype Tatis and Contreras hugging before the game, right? And for me, it's like if it's before the game or after the game, I'm sure Cal Raleigh daps him up, right? But this is mid game. Arozarena is coming up. He's the third batter of the inning, and he's trying to do it. Like, no, dude. Like, we're in the middle of an inning. Like, we're trying to get your ass out, right? Like, it's not time to be buddy buddy. There's a time and place, and for me, like, I have no issue with it. But it's just the outrage is kind of weird for me. No one was crying about this when Kobe Bryant ran through Pau Gasol's chest in the Olympics.
No,
right?
Even Gasol didn't. He's like, I get it. I expected it.
Yeah, right. And Matthew, this is exactly the point I just made. Yeah, it's the same thing. I would almost argue for baseball, since did you see that there's only 6 teams or something like that that's going to be able to go to the Olympics?
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. And it's pretty much they're just taking the top teams that qualify from the WBC. That's pretty much it. It's crazy. But anyways, that aside, like this is a bigger stage than the Olympics.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's silly. But they're not teammates right now at this moment. On Wednesday, when they go back to camp, yeah, there's no need for the outrage. I don't get it. It's not Cal being a jerk. It's nothing. It's competitiveness.
Right.
What's wrong with that? Right?
Yeah.
There isn't anything.
Nothing. And again, like it's one of those like, read the moment. This Arozarena is the same guy who will pimp a home run down by 10 runs or up by 10. He's always had that issue of not, I would say, being appropriate for the moment. This just isn't the time.
No,
it just isn't the time. And the way the way he makes a spectacle of it, then he leans in to get closer to hear Cal, and Cal's like, "Dude, good to see you. Get in the box."
Right.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It went on too long. It was at the wrong time. It was almost like forced awkward by Arozarena, and I don't think Cal's going to carry the beef with him, but I do wonder when they get back to camp, like, do they quickly have a conversation and bury this issue, or does this linger? And how much of a media circus has it become trying to create a rift?
The other thing I'm thinking about is like, dude, I saw you 3 days ago at camp and you didn't dap me up there. Why are you trying to dap me up right now? Like, I saw you 3 days ago. Like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. It was just weird. Like you said, I think forced awkwardness is a great way to put it. Like, just get in the box and play the game. After the game, you can be buddy buddy, which I guess they are. They've had great what I've read anyways. They've had great interactions off the field, with each other's families and stuff like that. So there's no beef here. I think this is blown out of proportion. And Cal's like, hey, I'm here to get you out. That's out. That's it.
Yeah.
So leave it as that. But like you said, Arozarena likes to blow it out of proportion a little bit and make it about himself in the spotlight. So it is what it is.
And if there wasn't a track record there, I'd be like, okay, like this is just a weird situation, but like we all know Randy. We all know how Randy is. We all know what Randy does. And I fully expect this to be weird for a little while, but eventually it'll blow over.
Yeah. Baseball history don't see you ever see Severance? It's like that at the WBC. They're all outie personas and they don't know each other. But when Seattle, they're all innies. Yeah. It's just weird. It is what it is, right? It happened. Move on. I don't think there's any beef, honestly. I just think it was blown out of proportion. So
yeah. I hope that's really all it ends up being.
Yeah, same. All right. Andre Satoria is the electrician that struck out Shohei Ohtani in 2023. And he then pitches against Japan again here in 2026. And I think it was like 4 1/3 scoreless, gave up like 1 or 2 hits. He got a standing ovation from the Tokyo Dome crowd, which was absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen the clip, you need to. It's incredible. The manager comes out to get him off the mound, takes his hat off, bows to Andre, and you see him come off the mound and he stops and he just like looks around the stadium and takes it in. I love when players do that, when they realize like the moment they're in and they take a second to take it in. I think we saw Adley Rutschman do it when he made his debut with Baltimore. He like stopped, kind of looked around the stadium, kind of soaked it in. This dude's a full-time electrician. And he is on the biggest stage in one of the most iconic stadiums in the world. And he gets a standing ovation from the Japanese fans, man. I can't even imagine. I'd probably wet my pants. No joke.
Definitely the biggest shock of his life, Nick.
Oh yeah. I can't even imagine what that feels like, man. But really cool moment. And that's another thing what the WBC is about, right? It's about those types of moments, and just another one that he provided. So pretty stinking cool. And I'm kind of biased because I love that Czech team and what they're about.
It's hard not to. I mean, they are awesome, but it is. I'm with you. I love the times when you see the guys like actually stand back and absorb the moment. Adley Rutschman's a great example of that. Just like because these guys never, in many cases, stand back and just soak it in. They just, they come off the mound, they kind of wave their cap and they go away. I love the fact that he soaked it in. That building was so loud the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. But what a cool moment for him. I know that the Czech had really Czechia had really nothing to talk about for the most part in this tournament, except for that. That was definitely a highlight. But good for him. Good for the fans for acknowledging and recognizing it for what it was. Good for both sides and how they handled it. But I do think these are the moments that make the WBC different, in the fact that you can have one country kind of, pay homage to the other country for what they did, even in the heat of battle, even when it's lopsided, even when it's not necessarily a competitive landscape, you can still acknowledge it for what it is and appreciate what's going on.
Yeah, I just want this guy to go back and fix his first sink back on the job and just get a standing O from the family. Like that's what I want. I mean, but that's what makes this so incredible, dude. Like
I love it.
he's a full-time tradesman. That's what he does. That'd
Yep.
just be like me and you being like, all right, let's go pitch in the WBC and throw 80 miles an hour. Maybe. I
Yeah,
don't have
why not?
80 in the tank anymore, but I mean, just such a cool moment. But if you, like I said, if you haven't seen that clip, do yourself a favor and find it. It is pretty amazing. How is Sartoria not on someone's AA team somewhere? Because he throws 75. That, I mean,
Literally, that's what it is. I mean,
yeah,
the radar gun wasn't lying.
no. So pretty dang cool.
I mean, only Jamie Moore can get away with, living a long time throwing that level of gas, or that lack of gas, I should say.
Right. Just a change of pace guy. That's all he is. Pretty awesome.
Yep.
All right. Let's dive into Mark DeRosa here. So Mark DeRosa completely miscalculated and mismanaged the game against Italy, thinking they had already clinched, sorry for all you English majors out there that get on me for it, a quarterfinal spot. Right. So he was on some show. I don't know if it was MLB Network or some podcast or whatever, but he was like, yeah, we're going to rest guys. We're going to start Paul Goldschmidt. We're going to do this, going to do that. And the tone of it was pretty much like, oh, yeah, we're in the quarterfinal. And no one really corrected him on that until that video came out and everyone's like, wait, dude, like there's still plenty of scenarios where US does not make the quarterfinals. Now we'll get into it a little bit. Little Italy bailed us out, but was this solely on him or is this on his coaching staff as well?
I'm frankly, I'm shocked that DeRosa, I mean, he literally said we've punched our ticket. Like he came out of that third game thinking they were 100% in and it was over. So I'm stunned that he thought that. And to me, that was a shocking moment. And then when he went, then the way they managed that game and played that game, they clearly had no idea they were wrong. And they just continued going down that path. And I am shocked that nobody caught it. Like, where was everybody else on the staff, around the team, the players? Like, how did nobody catch the fact that they were wrong? I don't understand how nobody knew that.
Yeah, because none of the teams went 4-0 other than Italy in that bracket, right? So I mean, like it was a pretty close bracket. Mexico was right there, Italy's right, like it's a 3-team race for 2 spots. Like you had to know the math would have worked out mostly to your disadvantage, really. I thought Mexico was going to put up a bigger fight than they did. But again, we'll get into that later. But to not realize that you could possibly be out is a huge miss. So what does this mean for DeRosa going forward as the coach? Does he stay here? Does it matter how they finish in this WBC or what happens here?
I mean, that was real close to being one of the biggest embarrassments in USA baseball history. Like if they had really mailed in game 4 like that and Italy had not bailed them out and gotten them through, there's no way any of that coaching staff survives that. There's no way anybody around that organization survives that. Those players will forever wear that as a really ugly badge of honor. I think we are really close to seeing the worst moment in USA baseball history. My guess, if I'm involved with USA baseball, when this is over, I'm going to go to DeRosa and be like, I'd really like for you to step down, or we're going to have to publicly let you go because we can't allow that to happen. Like this is way too big a stage, way too important a tournament. We've got way too much money and time and talent tied up to mail in game 4 because we weren't sure how to read the bracket.
Yeah.
Like that is an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hot Stove on MLB Network said that they celebrated late into the night. I saw reports on that too, Ed. So I just, man, it's almost a catastrophic miss. Like you said, I mean, I don't know how you come back from that. I think even if you somehow win this tournament, which it's an uphill battle from here, let's be honest.
Yep.
Again, we'll get to it in a little bit. I don't see how you can bring him back. I love Mark DeRosa and what he's done, but that to me almost erases it all. And that might be, harsh for me to say, but like that's bad. That's awful.
It's up there. It's up there with one of the all-time biggest goofs. To literally have been so convinced when you were completely and utterly wrong. And the part that bothers me the most is the fact that he said it, and he was very blatant about the fact that, like, we basically don't care about this last game. Like, we're gonna, guys party late at night. They were partying on the bus apparently. Guys were dragging the next day. They were tired. They were hungover. You started Paul Goldschmidt, who had the 5th lowest OPS plus against right-handed pitchers last year in all of baseball against the right-handed pitcher. You rested Bregman, like you rested all these guys. You partied late at night. You ran out of, the guys that really probably were at the bottom of your list of pitchers. You did everything you could to prove you didn't care about that game, and you came real close to getting bumped out of this tournament over simply mismanaging this team. And there's no way on earth that Team USA can allow that to happen.
What would that have done for the tone of the 2026 season if the USA didn't make the quarterfinals?
Holy cow.
I know it's a tough question because I'm asking it and I don't even know the answer to that.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a real down moment, I think, for everybody everywhere. As far as like coming back to camp, going back into the season, like that's a really low point to step in from. At the same time, it's not the end of the world, but that would have been really tough to go back to camp and look at your teammates and the guys you're going to go to battle with and have been involved in that.
Especially when there's probably a lot of guys back at camp that would have loved a shot to be on this roster.
Yeah.
And, and just didn't get the invite. And DeRosa doesn't have to go back to camp and face the music.
No.
He just goes back to the MLB network and starts breaking down guys' swings.
So just goes back to TV.
Yeah. So although I'm sure he would get some heat back at MLB network, I would imagine. And he still might.
Yeah.
Man, it was just a very, very tough look. I hate it for him. I hate it for USA Baseball. And we were talking back and forth, like even during the game, that Italy's bailing him out. And it was like, man, what if? Like, to go back to that what if series that I just completed. What if, man? Catastrophic.
That would have been the WBC that nobody forgot for all the wrong reasons.
Yep. Yeah.
We would have been talking about that one for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike Reed says, I don't know how you let him manage the next WBC anyway. I think I'm with you. I think
can't do it.
No. Make a phone call to big head Bruce Bochy. Yeah. I mean,
do worse.
Yeah. Ed says, I'm a fan of him as a commentator and he knows the game. I think he bends to the team's management a bit too much, and that was quite a miscalculation for an Ivy League boy. I mean, you crushed that analysis. Yeah, he's great. He knows the game. There's no doubt in my mind he knows the game. And he is great on MLB Network. We have talked about him being an interesting choice to head up this team with really no coaching experience other than Team USA, right? He doesn't have to deal with MLB personalities and egos throughout the year other than getting one-on-one in the studio. But that's different than managing a clubhouse. And you have the egos of egos in your clubhouse right now, right? So I don't know. I'm sure he can manage it, but God dang, man, this was bad, real bad. I got no more words for it.
No, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that, and the fact that he's wrong aside, and I think what you and I are getting at is, I'm shocked that was the mindset going into the fourth game more than anything.
Yeah, right.
Like, he said the quiet part out loud. Basically like, this game is important. It doesn't matter. We're going to celebrate. because like that has not typically been the way this team operates. This team has come in, we were laughing last year at the fact that they're vanilla because they're focused. They're not pimping things, they're not goofing around, they're being serious constantly because that's how they roll. Um, this is a team that comes in kind of very professional that wants to win. That is so out of character for that group of players to be so kind of blah about what turned out to be a really important game. That mindset scares me. There's no killer instinct there. There's not enough pride there. There's not enough, desire to win when you're willing to just mail that game in thinking you're all done. Like, why are you celebrating coming out of the pool that you were supposed to win? Everybody in the world expects you to go 4-0 in that pool, sweep it and come out clean. Why are you celebrating what we all knew was supposed to happen? Like, I don't get that.
I don't either. Forrest, I bet DeRosa chucked the ball into the crowd after the second out a lot when he was coming up. That's terrible. And Matthew, this is where we're at. Like, how did no one, players, coaches, team personnel, how did no one catch this? We don't know. And Curtis, great point. We get reprimanded for not crossing our T's and dotting our I's. So should DeRosa. Yep.
Yeah. I totally agree.
So, yeah, and Devish, every player can and should do reading of all the rules. 1,000%. The fact that nobody caught this is a huge miss. Huge. So I don't know. I don't know what happens to him in the future. I think a lot will happen, or a lot will depend on what will happen in the quarterfinals here. So,
yeah,
goodness.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, kind of just gonna share a thought out loud. We've talked about the fact that Aaron Judge, he's this great captain, and he keeps everything kind of on a level playing field here. But like, he's your guy here, and they have this problem. Never had this problem with Trout. You got it now with Judge kind of leading the charge, and Bryce Harper. You've got a different cast of characters there. It's a different clubhouse. It's a different team dynamic. Same manager, but you've changed that team dynamic. I do wonder, is there a reason some of these guys haven't won? And are you seeing that right now? Like, are you seeing some of that come out in Team USA where you've got some guys that haven't won? And maybe they don't understand the moment. Maybe they can't manage the stress. Maybe they can't manage to that level of focus we thought they had. I don't know, but it does make you question because they've never had this problem before, but you've got a whole new cast of leadership.
And that's a valid point, Harrison. I never really thought about that. Yeah, I don't hate that take at all, honestly. Michael, yeah, and hold on. Mike Reed, USA hasn't gone 4-0 in a pool play. How do you not get into Italy game ready to destroy them and make a statement? I don't know. That's a fantastic question.
Yep.
And then Mike Reed, I mean, Jesus, too many Mikes, too many Johns, whatever. Michael says, do you think there's a chance they botched it on purpose to get Canada and not Puerto Rico in the quarters? I don't think so, but it's possible. That's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah.
That's a very dangerous game to play. I don't think it's possible. I don't think they said, hey, we're going to sit these guys and lose this game on purpose to get this team or that team. Because the other pools weren't quite determined yet either. Because Canada, yeah. So there's just a lot of miscalculations here that I think will be reprimanded after this is over. I think we see DeRosa step down.
Yeah, I think even if Team USA goes on to win this whole thing, if you are USA Baseball, you are sitting down when this is all over saying, great, good job, but we came really close to a self-inflicted wound that would have cost us this whole thing. It's probably time to make a change.
Yep. Yes, Curtis, I got you, buddy. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think it's time. And I hate that I'm saying that because I really do love Mark DeRosa. He's done a fantastic job there. And I'm sure he will try to right the ship, and I think he can. but USA has a battle on their hands coming up, and we will see how that is managed going forward. So, and we will get into that. So, let's get over to the guy that bailed out the USA. Vinny Pasquantino hits 3 home runs in a game against Mexico. First player in WBC history to hit 3 homers in a game. Post-game interview, he looks straight at the camera and says, "You're welcome, USA, and I better have a key to my hotel room when I get back." So, I mean, I love Pasquatch. This made me love him even more. And listen, if Pasquatch and Caglianone are going to hit like this for the Royals this year, man, whew, look out.
I'm here for it. I hope they just launch all year.
But I mean, what Italy has going, Harrison, let's spend a minute on Italy. They have something that has just happened organically, and the country of Italy's behind them. Now, listen, there's only, I think, 4 or 5 like guys from Italy on the team, and the rest are Italian Americans. Like, they have connections to it. But they were on Italian national TV, I guess, the other day. It was the first time in history they've had baseball on national Italian television, which is awesome.
That is amazing.
And just the connections they have in the dugout, like with the espresso shots, and like these guys are having fun. They're gelling and they're playing really damn well. And listen, Michael Lorenzen and Aaron Nola, like, you forget that those guys are major league pitchers, man. They're good. They're good. Holy cannoli, Curtis says.
Well, it's funny. Like, we were talking about the Phillies coming into the season, and one of the big question marks we had in the preview was like, what do you get out of Aaron Nola? Like, who does he rebound? Do you get Aaron Nola back? And boy, it seems like it. It seems like we found the old Aaron Nola again, because he's been unhittable. And Lorenzen, like, you know, maybe the Colorado Rockies are actually going to have a pitcher again. Who knows? But I mean, they are the team that nobody saw coming, that nobody expected to play this well, and they almost have that feeling of like, we don't care. Like, we don't care. We're not supposed to be here. We don't care that you don't think we're good. We just don't care. We're going to go out there and play baseball. Yeah. But yeah, the espresso shots, and like they're dancing and singing in the dugout. Like, they're a totally different animal, but they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were like, Vinny, how do you feel after your 3 home runs and 3 espresso shots? He's like, I'm caffeinated. It's just really cool.
The sad part is he hits 3 solo shots. Like, nobody can get on base in front of him.
Yeah,
that game could have been a 15-1 blowout. Like, it could have been a nightmare for Mexico.
Yeah,
if there was just a few guys on base.
Yeah. The other stat that kind of blew me away in that game, I can't remember who said it. It was one of the commentators. Michael Lorenzen is like the 3rd or 4th free agent pitcher to ever sign with the Colorado Rockies. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Ever. That's wild. But yeah, man, I'm on the Team Italy bandwagon. They're a lot of fun to watch, man. And they're good. They got guys that can hit, guys that can run. Jacob Marcy at the top, you probably don't know his name that much, but he plays for the Marlins. He's setting the table. I mean, there's even some minor league guys making a name for themselves, can hit, can run, can field. They got a solid team there. But man, they've been a blast to watch for sure.
Yeah, they're the team that you hope your team is. Like, they're fun, they're exciting, they're entertaining. They're just out there having fun. They don't care. Like, they're not taking anything too seriously. They're just going out there and playing good baseball. They're loose. And, it's like they're playing with house money. And they steamrolled Mexico, which is a really good team that everybody thought would get out of that pool. And then they beat USA's B team, but they beat them handily. Like, it wasn't, it looked closer. The final score was closer than the game actually was. They were in control of that game from minute 1.
Yep. Yeah, 1,000%. So crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm rolling with Italy at this point. I love it. I love the story. I'm rooting for them, but they got a tough road too. So
yeah, Italy all the way. Let's see it.
Yep. I think the best part of that game was once Italy jumped out to 5-0 lead, all the tweets and comments saying USA is in as long as the game doesn't go to extras. Yeah. I don't know what that formula was, but it was a weird one. Like if the game went to extra innings, the USA could still be eliminated or something. I don't know. It's some weird math, but and as you guys know, I don't math, so I just was just like, just Italy, just win the game, please, and I don't have to. So, all right, let's get into the WBC pool results. And we got Pool A. So Canada ends up taking the number 1 spot, I think, by runs or run differential, however that works. Puerto Rico's number 2 with a 3-1. My dark horse kind of emerges to the top here, knocks out Cuba. What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I going into that game, I'm like, man, this is a good shot for Cuba to prove that like we're here to stay. And they got rolled. It was like it was like a 7-2 final. Yeah. Canada got up on them early and then just kind of continued to just walk away from them. Canada, we said that Canada's roster, the roster wasn't bad. The pitching rotation was okay. Like they had some talent. I didn't think there was going to be enough there. And they took it right to Cuba to get in there and prove that they should be taken seriously.
Yeah, and that was kind of a toss-up pool for us anyways. We didn't really know what to expect. We kind of figured Puerto Rico, but then they had question marks because they were supposed to have a juggernaut team and, half their guys couldn't go. But yeah, good for Canada, my dark horse pick, and they're moving on. So
yeah, I mean, my pick was Puerto Rico, Cuba. I knew Puerto Rico would still be good. I thought Cuba had enough. Canada proved maybe not. And I definitely did not see Canada.
That's what it was. They beat Puerto Rico 1-on-1, head-to-head. That's right. That makes sense. All right, Pool B, kind of just talked about it. Italy at 4-0, USA 3-1. Italy knocking off Mexico's reason USA got in. A whole bunch of math there, like I said earlier. But, I mean, Italy's the shock of the tournament.
If anybody had Italy going 4-0 in that pool, you should go straight to Vegas and put it all on whatever number you want. Because there's nobody that saw Italy going 4-0. I looked online. There was almost nobody that thought Italy would win more than 2 games.
Yeah.
They were given no shot to be all that competitive. I didn't see anybody that said that team would win more than 2 games.
No, you are looking at that pool and you're saying they can beat Great Britain. They can beat Brazil. Can they beat USA? Can they beat Mexico? No. Well, they did handily.
Yeah. There was a ton of 2-2s and 1-3s for what people were thinking they would do. And boy, did they prove everybody wrong. And at the same time, boy, did they save USA from a massive mistake. But Mexico going home, that Mexico roster doesn't advance. I mean, that was a good team.
A very good team. Yeah.
Just shocking that they go 2-2 and head home.
I mean, good for us Red Sox fans because Jarren Duran looked really stinking good in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad the Red Sox didn't trade him because I do think he's an incredibly talented guy. And he was off to a great start here, so let's hope he carries that through.
Yep, I'm with you. Pool C, kind of no surprise here. Japan 4-0. Korea sneaks in 2-2, a whole bunch of math and head-to-head and all that stuff in there. Because Chinese Taipei was also 2-2, but then Korea must have beat them. Oh, no, they lost to them, didn't they?
They did. They lost a heartbreaker to them.
Yeah, but Korea sneaks in here. Any surprises here? These were kind of the 2 we thought.
Yeah, no, I mean, I picked Japan and Korea from the very start. I didn't think Chinese Taipei would play as well as they did. They did play all right. I thought Australia would be okay. And we knew Japan would roll. I'm glad to see Korea advance, but they got through by the skin of their teeth because they were on the verge of going home.
Yep. And then finally, Pool D, the DR 4-0, Venezuela 3-1. These were the 2 teams we figured coming out of this pool. DR looks like a well-oiled machine, man. That offense is freaking scary.
Yep. Yeah, these 2 teams. I mean, Venezuela, not to be overshadowed. That is also an incredibly good team. And they played the DR tough.
Yeah.
Those 2 teams are not to be taken lightly.
No. But again, kind of no surprise. We both picked these 2 to come out. It kind of made sense. But yeah. So
they're
now
pretty good.
They're all right. They'll play, as they say.
Yeah, that'll play.
All right, we are on to the quarterfinals, and this is where I was a little bit lost. So when you looked at the WBC bracket before the tournament started, it had Pool A and Pool B on one side, Pool C and Pool D on the other. But that's not how the bracket is currently set up. So we thought Japan and the Dominican Republic, if they both won their quarterfinal games, they would have to play each other. That's not the case. If USA wins and the DR wins, USA has to go through Dominican Republic to get to the finals. So interesting there. And I'm wondering if is that by seeding? Is that by runs? How is that determined? Do we know?
So what they do is each pool winner goes into one of the quarterfinal brackets against one of the runners up. So what happened is the US being Pool B runner up and not the winner, they end up on the same side as the Dominican. So it's actually, we thought the US would be on the other side. They're actually, because they're the runner up now, they're back on the same side as the DR. So I think that was the kind of miscalculation, is the fact that when they reseed these guys based on runner up and winner, we didn't expect the US to be the runner up.
That's fair. Yep. That's
certainly fair. Expected them to be in the Pool A runner up playing. I mean, they would have been playing Pool B winner would have been, we'd be playing Puerto Rico in the first game versus playing Canada.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to the matchups. Italy against Puerto Rico in this quarterfinal matchup.
I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I picked against Italy for like 4 days in a row.
Then pick against them again so they win.
Yeah. I feel like Puerto Rico's they've got a chip on their shoulder. They want to prove the world wrong. I'm gonna stick with Puerto Rico and say they get Italy. I really want to see Italy win. At some point in time, Italy's gonna have to cool off. And these one game at a time situations, it puts a lot of pressure on Italy now.
It does. I'm gonna go with Italy. I'm gonna ride it, right? Mike Reed says flip a coin. The only thing that worries me, Nola's done, Lorenzen's done. They don't who pitches for them. I don't know anybody else on their staff. So
yeah, no idea.
I'm gonna take Italy just for the sake of taking them. But I think you're right. Puerto Rico is playing with a chip on their shoulder because of what happened before the tournament even started. So Puerto Rico's got something to prove for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And that lineup is really good. And I'm not sure when they announce who pitches because they don't play until the 14th. So I'd love to see who Italy puts out there because I have no idea. I don't know any other name on their roster.
Yeah,
in terms of pitchers. I mean, that aren't relievers.
Right. Flat Cheese Diaz is playing in the WBC this year. Yeah, he's closing games for Puerto Rico for sure.
Yeah, he could get insured, but you couldn't get Francisco Lindor insured, which he broke his hamate, then it didn't matter. So
yeah, right. So whatever. Canada, US. Who are you taking here? We got reports Skubal Skeens is done. Logan Webb is going to go in this game. How do we like USA's chances against Canada here?
I mean, I like the US here. I think the wake up call of nearly blowing this, I think should bring them back to life and get them focused again. So I'm going to take the USA here. I love Logan Webb too going in this game. Canada's going to have a tough time mustering runs against that guy because the ball never leaves the infield. So I'll go USA here. I think they got a lot to play for after nearly screwing it up.
Yeah, I'm with you. Logan Webb, we can now up to 75 pitches now for starting pitching. And sometimes that is all Logan Webb needs to finish a ball game because he just pounds balls into the ground. So I'm with you. I like Logan Webb for this start for sure, to make sure that they get to the next round. Now, who we got to pitch for the next round, I don't know. Nolan McLean looked really good and then looked really not good giving up the bombs in his start. So
wheels fell off fast.
Yeah. I love that. There was a Mets page on Facebook after he struck out the side in the first, and they're like, oh yeah, he's coming back to Queens. Look at this guy taking another start. And then no joke, next inning he gives up those 2 bombs. And I was the first one to comment and I said, well, that aged well. I mean, like God, man.
That's bad.
But so USA's got their work cut out for them. I
Yeah.
think they can get by this game, but we will see. Mike says would think US comes in with a chip on their shoulder and can't lose to Canada after the men and women hockey beat Canada in the Olympics. That's a good point. I'm taking Starbucks over Tim Hortons.
Nice. Well,
Okay.
and apparently Team USA was getting some videos from some of the gold medal Olympic hockey players to get them all fired up for this game. So
That's cool.
hopefully somebody will explain the rules to D-Row before they roll out there in the next round. There is no tomorrow unless you win today.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. We got a Dominican Republic against Korea.
Dominican by a billion.
I was going to say, does Korea have any shot at this matchup?
No. This is going to be another one of those mercy rule games. It's Dominican by a billion.
Okay. I mean, it is baseball, right? Anything can happen. But yeah, I'm taking the Dominican here, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I think there are teams that can punch the DR in the mouth. It's not Korea.
No, they might be able to get one kick at the shins. That might be about it. But
yeah, this should be a beatdown.
Yeah, I agree. And then finally, Japan and Venezuela. This is probably the matchup of the quarterfinals, I would say. These are two heavyweight teams going at it.
Yeah. I'm actually going to take Venezuela in this. Japan snuck out. They were 4-0. They were not a really compelling 4-0. They beat a couple of teams that weren't very good by not a lot. They played a couple of squeakers that they really should have won comfortably. That Venezuela team is good. I think Venezuela could take it to Japan. And I'm gonna roll Venezuela in this game. I think they're gonna be too much.
I'm with you. I really do like Venezuela, but don't sleep on the fact that Japan does know how to win.
They do.
Like it doesn't matter if the score is 14-3 or 4-3. A win's a win, right? And somehow Japan finds a way to do it. And they've been there. They've done that. How many WBC champions they got? 3, I think.
3.
So yeah. So I mean, they have been there. They know how to do it. Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball. He can take over a game no matter who's it's against at any time. This is going to be a game to tune into. I can't wait to watch this one. Just to be different from you, I'm gonna take Japan, and it's mostly because I think they just know how to win. And it might be ugly. It might not be pretty, but they seem to figure out a way to get it done. And you have the best player on the planet on your team. That's where it is.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Japan's a scary team for that exact reason, that they know how to win. They've won 3 of these for a reason. They've not always come in as the best team, but they've won 3 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to win games. Is it always pretty? No. Can they win with pitching and no offense? Yep. Can they win vice versa? Yep. They just find a way to win. And that scares me, but I think this Venezuela team is deeper than anything Japan's seen so far. Japan has not been overly impressive, although they're 4-0. I think somebody finally catches up with Japan, but at the same time, I would not be shocked if Japan walks out of this with another squeaker.
Yeah, I'm with you. So before we get into trivia and all of that stuff, is there anything else from like the WBC as a whole going forward? Do you still, I mean, we can't have a US and Dominican Republic final. So now let's kind of rethink things. What are we thinking as a final here?
Yeah, I'm not as comfortable with the US as I was when we started. The slow starts are concerning. The complete lack of focus in game 4 is concerning. The kind of the question marks on the pitching. Nolan McLean, we were excited about him. He didn't look great. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if the DR doesn't roll over them and end up facing off against Japan or Venezuela in the final.
I'm with you. I think it's one of these two teams make the final. It's either Japan or Venezuela makes the final here, and it's gonna be the DR out of that side. I don't see the US. I mean, the US, everybody has to hit in that lineup in order for them to have a shot at the DR. The DR is just way too freaking deep. I mean, the 3 or 4 guys on the bench are still ridiculous, right? I mean,
Yep. I mean,
can USA beat them? Yes, they can. They have Thunder
absolutely.
in that lineup as well.
Absolutely.
But I have more faith in what the Dominican brings 1 through 9 than I do the US.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
Tommy.
The Dominican beat Venezuela 7-5. It was a close one. Dominican wasn't like dominant, but again, like they had enough to win against Venezuela, who could be the second or third best roster in this tournament. You know, they're good. You know, the only thing with Dominican is that their pitching usually does and could again let them down.
Yep.
You know, Sandy Alcantara was not good against Venezuela.
Yeah. Dominican versus Venezuela, is that a possible final? Yeah, absolutely possible final. They're on opposite sides of the bracket, so that could happen. If Skeens pitches against the DR, I like the US chances, but it sounds like Skeens isn't going to. So I don't know what's going to happen, because it was Webb, then Skubal, then Skeens is how the rotation went, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't think we're going to see Skeens again. I really don't.
In theory, the way this lined up is you're going to get Webb in the quarterfinal. You're supposed to get Skeens in the semifinal, and then you're going to have Nolan McLean in the final, potentially with everybody backing him up, because there was actually a day of rest in between. So that was the original plan, I believe, was that you'd see Skeens in the semifinal, and then the final would be McLean, and then everybody.
Wasn't it Skubal and McLean? They were thinking about penciling him in there.
Well, if Skubal was going to stay, they're going to use his second start. They're going to have he and McLean split that final game. So, but yeah, so the original plan was you'd go Webb, Skeens, McLean through this cycle. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but
yeah,
that Dominican team, man, that might be one of the best offenses I've ever seen put together at one time. I mean, the who's who of Major League Baseball talent is on that starting 9.
It's absurd.
It really is. It's insane. Tommy asked, do we think USA beats Canada? I think USA beats Canada. The Dominican Republic, barring a massive upset, I think that's going to be the tough one for the USA to get by. I think USA can handle Canada. I got my doubts going past that, but we will see what happens. But all right, anything else on this before we head into some long time trivia? So strap in for some trivia here for sure.
Here we go.
All right. So what I got for y'all tonight is random 30 home run seasons by each team. So I will describe the player. I will give the years that he played for that team and the year he hit 30 plus, and you have to give me the player. All right. So here we go. It's in alphabetical order. So we're starting at the top with Arizona. So who is the player? He played for the Diamondbacks from 2015 to 2017, and then again in 2019. He had 31 home runs in 2016, but only had 48 career home runs. Who was this guy? This might be, we're starting off with probably the hardest one in the entire list. This one's really tough.
Wow.
Because I don't think I have any other hints to give you here. He was literally in baseball for 4 years and only with the Diamondbacks. That's it.
Wow. And And that was a time when the Diamondbacks really were kind of irrelevant and no reason to pay a lot of attention to him.
Yeah, Devish, this one, like I said,
Wow.
this one's a stumper. This one's probably expert level for sure. So I'm just gonna give it to you. All right. It is Yasmani Tomas.
Yeah, we could have been here all night. I wasn't giving you that name.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh, man.
Random. 48 career home runs, and he had the 30, what was it? 31, 32, 31 home runs in 2016. Crazy.
Wow.
All right, here's the next one. This player played for the Braves from 2004 to 2006, and then again in 2009. He had 32 home runs in 2006. 2013, or he had 13, 20, and 12 home runs in the other Atlanta years. Who is this player?
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This one definitely
Did he play in Boston at one point too?
He maybe for a blip. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. 2009 he played 6 games.
Yeah. That's less than a blip.
Yeah, he got traded and then got hurt. I remember that now.
Yeah. So does
No, sorry, he got traded and the Red Sox traded him right away back to Atlanta.
That's awesome.
They traded him and quickly spun him back out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like a tryout, and they're like, no, thanks. Yes, Michael, it is Adam LaRoche. Nice job. Yes, Adam LaRoche is correct on that one. Nice job. All right, this one's a layup, but let me get through this one, please. Played for the Orioles from 1988 to 2001. 50 home runs in 1996. Next highest total was 24 in 1999. Who is this former Oriole?
No idea.
Yeah. Not a clue. So yeah, Mike Reed got it too. Adam LaRoche, nice. Yep. Brady Anderson. This was probably the layup of the entire list for sure. There's John Temple. Nice to see you, buddy. Yep. Brady Anderson is correct. Nice job. All right, on to Boston. Played for the Red Sox from 2007 to 2013. 32 home runs in 2011. Next highest was 16 in 2014 with the Yankees, but the rest of his career was single digits. Who was this former Red Sox player?
I think we all remember him fondly, not Yankees fans.
Yeah, not so fondly with the Yankees fans.
Yankees fans hated him when he was a Red Sox and a Yankee.
Yeah. He stole against the Yankees in both cases.
Yeah.
Yes, it
nothing
is.
But steal from them.
Yes, it is Jacoby Ellsbury. I know it's Jacoby, but playoff. Yep. Jacoby Ellsbury is correct. Nice.
I mean, he was one of those guys that was supposed to be a perennial all-star, and then his body just fell apart.
Yeah. So, yep, Jacoby Ellsbury.
I mean, we all knew the 32 home run season wasn't real, but we didn't think he would fall off like that.
King Fleecer is also correct, Curtis. I will accept that. Incredible. All right. This guy played for the Cubs from 1991 to 1995. He had 30 home runs in 1993. Next highest was 14 in 1996 with the Astros and Giants combined, like same season. Single-digit home run totals other than those years. Who was this former Cub?
Wow. 93.
I'll give you a few seconds and I'll give the position that might help. Where's Carl when we need him?
I was gonna say, where's our Cubs fan? Our Cubs fans.
He was a catcher.
Catcher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely some hard trivia. Even when I was putting it together, I was like, man, oh man. I mean, these are random 30 plus home run guys.
Sure are. I'm trying to think of the Cubs catchers I'm thinking of or not. Not sure who caught back then.
So the chat's quiet too. This is Rick Wilkins.
Wow.
Yep, Rick Wilkins, 30 home runs there. Jamie Moyer, close, not quite. All right. This guy played for the White Sox for 1.5 years in 2016 and a half of 2017. He had 40 home runs in 2016, but he's mostly known for his time in Cincinnati. I completely forgot this guy played for the White Sox. But who is this guy?
I know who this is because you and I were talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the inspirations for this old round of trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Won a home run derby too, right?
Yes, that it was the first year that it was timed. Not Ryan Friel. That's a great guess. It's not Adam Dunn either. That's a good guess, John. Not Adam Dunn.
Dunn would make a lot of sense.
Dunn is a great guess. It's not Dunn, Ed. It is Todd Frazier, John Temple. Nice job. I do not have Todd Frazier in a White Sox uniform in my head at all. I like vaguely remember it. I don't have him in a White Sox uni at all. So yeah, that's why it's random. Like he had other 30 home run seasons, but just not with the White Sox. So I thought that made it random.
Yeah. I think of him, Cincinnati and the Mets. Those are the two teams that come to mind.
Yep. So yep, good. Mr. Clams, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, and Todd Frazier for sure, Michael. Nice. All right. If you guys have paid attention to our trivia, you will get this one. Played for the Reds from 2016 to 2019. He was one of the many guys in 2017 with 30 home runs. His next highest was 17 in 2018. Who was this former Cincinnati Red?
Oh man, I remember only because of that trivia question.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have no reason to know this guy otherwise.
Yeah, right. Nobody does at all.
No.
So
no reason.
Yep. No. Yeah, he was part of, I think it was it 5 guys that hit 30 that year, I think?
Yeah, it was 4 or 5. I think 5 was right.
Yeah.
Oh, so many guys.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy isn't just a random 30 home run guy. He's also just a random guy. So pretty crazy. I'll give the chat a couple more seconds here. This one's a tough one. But this one is who, Harrison? Do you remember?
I want to call him Scotty Scheffler, but it's Scott Schebler.
Schebler, yes, good. Scott Schebler is correct. Oh, Scooter Jeanette's a great guess, Mr. Clamps. He was one of the 30 home run guys, but yeah, Scott Schebler. Again, completely random. All right. This guy played for the Guardians. Could have been the Indians. I don't know when they switched their name, but either way, he played for Cleveland from 2019 to 2022. 30 home runs in 2021. His next highest after this season was 14 in 2022. Who is this former Cleveland player?
I remember only because this is another guy we've talked about.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
It's good to see you back, Mr. Clams.
Always good to see people return.
Yeah.
And
This one's
was he out of baseball after that?
If he wasn't, it wasn't long after.
Yeah, 23. He was done in 23.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these two because they're a little bit tougher to look up too. They're like the way I've laid it out, it's kind of generic, so it's kind of hard to lay out. Or to look up, I mean.
Yeah, guy had like 2 good seasons and then kind of nothing.
Yep. You guys definitely, like, I feel like I should know this. You definitely will know the name.
Yeah, you'll hear the name and be like, oh, yeah. I hate those.
Yep. This is Franmil Reyes. So Franmil Reyes. Yep. Pretty random there. So, all right. This guy only played for the Rockies in 2004. He had 37 home runs for them that year, mostly known for his time in Milwaukee. Who is this former Colorado Rocky for a year?
Yeah. He had that epic follow through, like that big finish.
Mm-hmm.
His swing was 1 speed.
This one I think is gettable. I think.
Is.
But again, another guy I don't remember being in Colorado, but I don't remember a lot of guys that play for Colorado, to be fair. So
fair. I really enjoyed watching this guy play, though. But he was in Milwaukee. Well, I mean, the funny thing is, I think he was with Milwaukee. He was only there for 6 years. The Mets for 4, Cleveland for 2, then the Cubs for 1, Colorado for 1, Pittsburgh for 1, the Dodgers for 1. Like, he bounced all over.
Matt Stairs is a great guest, John Temple. It's not him. Oh, yeah. Michael, it is indeed Jeremy Burnitz. Nice job. Yes, Michael got it. Jeremy Burnitz. Love it. All right. This guy played for the Tigers from 1986 to 1990. He had 32 home runs in 1987. Only hit 20 home runs in a single season 2 other years in his career. Everything else was less. Who was this former Tigers player? No, Devish, in 04, it was the Cardinals. The Rockies lost in 07 to the Red Sox. Yep, 2-time New York Met, Jeremy Burnett. Yep.
I feel like I should know who this is.
You definitely know the name, but again, kind of like we were 2 and 3 years old here. So
yeah, I was 3 when this all went down. So I hadn't turned 3 yet.
This one, probably if you're not a Tigers fan, you might not get it. So this one's a little bit tougher.
Catcher?
Maybe. I didn't put positions down. And like I said, I don't know too much about him. Let's see. He was a catcher. Yes.
Okay. I know who it is. I'm just blanking on his name.
Yep. Youngins. Yeah, we're youngins. I know, Michael. It is what it is. This is Matt Noakes.
There it is.
Matt Noakes. Lance Parrish, a good guess.
Yeah.
Lance Parrish is a good guess, not him. I'm the old man then. We won't say that, Curtis. We're all the same age. We're all kids here talking baseball, right? We're all kids. It's fine. Speaking of Colorado Rockies, I think we're still all waiting for Matt Holliday to touch home plate. Oh, man, that's awesome.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right. This guy played for the Astros from 2000 to 2007. He had 36 home runs in 2005. His next highest was 25 home runs in 2003. Who was this former Astro?
I remember this one because I'm pretty sure I had him as a who is that guy, or maybe he was a missing
Yeah,
lineup.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I honestly hadn't realized that he had some kind of interesting peaks.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a little bit of pop there.
He did.
Mhm.
He did, and he was gonna be the next big thing there.
Yep.
Just never worked out.
Nope. Hidalgo's a great guess, Matthew. It's not Richard Hidalgo. That's a good guess. Not him. I believe he was an infielder.
Yeah, third baseman.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, in that season he finished 4th in the MVP voting.
It's crazy.
Yeah. 6.3 WAR.
Yeah.
And then never really followed it up.
Yeah. I see his face. I hate when that happens. No name coming when you like see his face and you can't get it. That happened to me, I think last year when you put up Jay Payton as a who's that guy. I'm just like, oh my goodness, who is that? I know who it is. I just couldn't put it.
He reminds me a lot of Alex Bregman. They're kind of like simple. Oh, there we go.
It is absolutely Morgan Ensberg. Nice job, Michael. Michael's cleaning it up right now. Nice job. Some great guesses in there. Jeff Spears, not him. Morgan Ensberg was who I was going for. All right. This guy played for the Royals in 1997 and 1998. 34 home runs in 98. Random because I don't think of this guy as a Royal. I think of him more as Rangers and Tigers. Who was this former Royal to hit 34 home runs in 1998?
This is a guy I will never think of as a Royal.
Ever.
Ranger for sure.
Yep. Even Tigers for me. It's those two for me.
Yeah, but Rangers for sure.
It is, in fact, Dean Palmer. Nice job, Matthew. Michael got it as well. Nice job. It is Dean Palmer. Nice job, fellas. All right. This guy played for the Angels from 2012 to 2019. He had 33 homers in 2019. Next highest was 26 in 2015 with no other 20 homer seasons. Who is this guy?
I remember him because I always liked his name. He felt like a country western star. Like
for sure.
You're gonna like meet this guy at the Alamo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Kinsler was a good guess on that, but not Kinsler. Yeah. I don't think he ever played for the Royals.
Oh no.
No, not Sean Figgins. It's not Eric Ibar. Those are two good guesses. Well, see, I think he was actually.
Oh, actually, you might be right.
Dallas McPherson. Nope.
That's like name I've heard in a while.
I was just gonna say that was the best name drop I have heard in quite some time.
Oh no, not different player. This is not him for the Mariners.
Did he ever play for the Mariners?
No, it was LA, Arizona, Texas, and then Cleveland for a cup of coffee.
Kendrys Morales is also a great guess. It is Cole Calhoun for sure. Nice job, Michael. Cole Calhoun is correct.
Speaking of touching home plate, Kendrys Morales.
Well, he went Dallas McPherson for the country name.
Nice. I mean, yeah, okay.
Am I? I'm looking up Dallas McPherson right now.
Oh. Why?
Because he brought him up. I was just curious. I mean, 2004 to 2011. Yeah. Anaheim, LA to 2006. Florida, 2008. Random. He had some gaps in there. Then a 3-year gap before going back to the White Sox.
Yeah, 139 career games. Not a lot.
Yeah. Man, total bust. Oh, yeah. Ryan got it too. Cole Calhoun. There it is. Nice. All right.
Yeah, second round pick in 01 that didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
Just shows how crazy baseball is.
Oh yeah, yeah. The draft is a total crapshoot for sure.
It really is.
Yeah. All right. This guy played for the Dodgers in 1997 and half of 1998. 31 home runs in 1997, and it was the only 30 home run season of his career. Who was this former Dodger?
That batting stance is a dead giveaway for me.
Yeah.
Just like such a boring stance. Just ready to hit.
Just
Nothing fancy, no moving parts.
Just bat on your shoulder, ready to go. That's it.
Yep, that's it. No fancy time mechanisms, no wiggle, no nothing.
Yep.
Just stand there and get ready to go.
Eisenreich's a good guess. Not Eisenreich. Not Raul Mondesi. Not a catcher. I remember him third base, first base.
Yeah, I mean primarily third.
Yeah, it is. It is in fact Todd Zeal. Nice job, Michael.
There we go.
It is Todd Zeal. Nice work. Probably my favorite one is coming up right here. This one's fun one. Played for the Marlins for 1 year in 2005. 33 home runs in that year. Mostly known for Toronto and the Mets. Definitely don't remember him as a Miami Marlin or Florida Marlins, whatever they were at that point. No clue.
Yeah, no. No reason to recall that.
Borderline Hall of Famer. A lot of guys think he should be in. I don't disagree. This is Carlos Delgado for sure. Nice job. Curtis got it. Mike Reed got it. And Devish got it. Nice job. Yep. And
do you remember?
Of the cat. Yes, you are correct, John.
Yeah. Do you remember? Did he sign in Florida? Did he get traded there? Because he was only there for the 1 year. Then he's off to New York for 4.
How many years did he have before that in Toronto? I'm guessing it was
12.
free agency, and then
12 years in Toronto, 1 in Florida, 4 in New York.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it was free agency, and then I don't remember. Maybe it was just like let me go here and get my stats up, and then sign another one.
Yeah, I mean, he finished 6th in MVP voting that year in Florida, and then went to New York right after.
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know why this guy isn't on the ballot. He was a terror for so many teams. I don't get it. But again, it's the Hall of Fame. So Del got it. Yep. All right. This guy played for the Brewers from 2017 to 2019 after a 5-year gap in MLB time. 31 home runs in 2017. Only 20 one other time. Who was this former Brewer? Now, this guy burst onto the scene in 2012, I think it was, and then went overseas and then came back, and everyone was like, who is this dude?
He was an animal.
Yeah.
He was an animal and then just kind of fell right back off.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there's got to be something he said, like, they had a book on him because he didn't play much before he took off, went overseas, came back, had that one really good season, followed it up with kind of a meh, and then had another season that was pretty good, and that was it.
Yep. It is Eric Thames. Nice job, Ryan and Curtis. Nice. You guys crushed it, Eric Thames. There was another name I had on here originally, but I took him off, and it was Domingo Santana. He was another random, but that was like a deep, deep one. I wouldn't have even gotten that one. So,
yikes.
Yeah, Ed got it. Nice. Thames. Yeah, Ricky Weeks, not a bad guess. I don't know if he ever had a 30 homer season, but I loved Ricky Weeks, man.
Me too.
Yeah, not him. All right. Need John Carter for this next one, but here we go. See if you guys got it. This guy played for the Twins from 2012 to 2014. He had 35 home runs in 2012. No other 30 home run season in his career. Who was this former Twin? Probably think of him more as a Marlin, believe it or not.
I can confirm Ricky Weeks, his highest home run total was 29.
Oh, just missed it.
Just missed it.
This might be another one where you're like, I can see him, and I can't place the name. Yeah, the silhouette does look a little bit like Pujols for sure, but it is not Pujols. Gabby Sanchez, nope. Good guess.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It is Josh Willingham. Nice job, Michael. You are crushing this tonight. Josh Willingham is correct. Wow. I'm impressed.
Sir. Michael knows his obscure one-hit wonders.
Yep, love
Must be a Braves fan.
Oh, man, I'm going to leave that one alone.
Probably better, too.
All right. This guy played for the Mets from 2010 to 2014. 32 home runs in 2012. Next highest was his rookie season where he hit 19. Who was this former Met?
Former first-round pick.
The first, first name question marks probably gives this one away.
Yeah, dude was a first-round pick. He was going to be the guy there, and it just didn't work out. Dude just could not hit.
Seems like a common theme for sure.
Yeah, he could not hit major league pitching. Once they saw him, that was it.
Benny Akbayani is a great guess, Matthew, but It's not him. It is indeed Ike Davis. Nice job, Mike Reed. Yes, Ike Davis is correct on that one. Nice work. All right. Oh, there they come. Mr. Clams got it. Curtis got it. Nice job, fellas. All right. Played for the Yankees from 1984 to 1989. 32 home runs in 1987. 15 home runs in 88. Single-digit totals every year after. Who was this former Yankee? And I'll give you a hint. I'm going to have a hard time saying his name.
Oh.
Oh, yep. Yeah, Harrison, you're correct. The Mets missing on players? Color be shocked.
Well, and Mr. Clam did a good point. His swing had too many moving parts. He did. He had a lot of things going on. Yeah. And when he squared up the ball, he made incredible contact, but he just did not square up very many.
Yeah. It is not. That's not Sachs.
Still wondering why they traded Jay Buhner.
Yeah, right. It is a Pagliarulo. Did I say that right?
Mike Pagliarulo.
Pagliarulo?
Yep.
Well, that's not how it says on Baseball Reference. Let's see here. Because I looked him up the other day because I was like, oh, yeah, goodness.
It's Pagliarulo.
Pagliarulo. So the G is silent.
The G is silent.
Goodness. Yep. Good. There it is. Pagliarulo. That's how you say it. Pagliarulo. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. All right. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Played for the Athletics from 1986 to 1996. 35 home runs in 1996. Next highest total was 16 in 1987. Who was this former Oakland Athletics? Probably no surprise that he got a little home run boost there in the mid 90s for that Athletics team. Just saying.
He was there for a while. Like I was thinking like guys like Lansford. It doesn't fit.
Not him.
Oh, catcher?
Yep. That's probably going to give it away. Yeah, for sure. Blowers. Nope, not him. Oh, yeah, for sure. I knew, as soon as you asked me if it was a catcher, like I knew you had it for sure. Not Phillips.
That was an interesting time for the A's because they had all that success, but they also had a lot of guys that churned.
Yep. It is Steinbach. Nice job, Matthew and Curtis. Nice job, Terry. Steinbach is indeed correct. Nice work. All right. We're halfway through the alphabet, fellas. Hang in there. Yep. Mr. Clams got it as well. Nice job. Perfect. All right. Played for the Phillies from 1994 to 2006. 31 home runs in 1999. Next highest was 20 in 1997. Who was this former Phillies?
That stance.
Yes, indeed. Yep, you got him. Kind of on the trend of positions at the moment.
I was going to say we're on quite the streak.
Yeah. It is Lieberthal. Nice job, Matthew. Great work. Yes, Mike Lieberthal is correct. Nice. Yeah, I loved watching this dude play. Like I was still catching around that time too, so I liked watching him play. Like, it was great. But yeah, Mike Lieberthal. I mean, no Jason Kendall, but
no, Kendall was one of a kind.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Played for the Pirates from 2016 to 2020. 37 home runs in 2019. Next highest was 27 in 2021 for Washington. Who was this former Pirate?
Yep, I do remember this one.
And this guy has
the Washington connection helped.
Yeah, and this guy has been on almost every single Major League Baseball team since. So
still around.
Yeah, I think he's back with Washington.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah. That's right. I think he did have a second stint in Washington, though. I think he went from Arizona back to Washington and then back. But yes, you are correct, Curtis. It is Josh Bell. Nice job. Yep. Josh Bell is correct. I got to meet him once. Pretty cool. When he was a AA. He won the AA All-Star Home Run Derby at Havelock. Just crushing balls. But yeah, Josh
big
Bell.
Dude hitting big home runs.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Nice job, Michael. You got it. And Mr. Clams, nice work. All right. Almost home here. This guy played for the Padres from 1993 to 1995 and then 1997. 34 home runs in 1993. His next highest was 18 in 1994. Who was this former Padre? And the batting stance is a dead giveaway here.
Yeah, this is so clearly only one guy.
Yeah, right.
It's only one guy.
And what's crazy is like this wasn't even like the most scrunched up one I found.
No,
like that's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, I never understood that batting stance, how he hit from it.
Not him, Matthew. I mean, this guy might as well have crouched lower than a catcher. Like, just
remember
crazy.
The Red Sox too for a little while.
Yep, it is indeed Phil Plantier. Nice job, Michael. I mean, I don't know how you get out of that position to hit. I really don't.
I don't
know. Absolutely insane. But yeah, Phil Plantier is correct. 34 home runs out of him. Wild in 1993.
I met him at a card show, and he was still with the Red Sox. Super nice guy. But I never understood how on earth that guy could hit that way.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. This might be a deep pull. This one's for our history buffs here. This guy played for the Giants 1946 to 1949. He had 35 home runs in 1947. His next highest was 20 and 1949 split between the Giants and the Reds. Who was this former Giant?
That's a lot of home runs for that era.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this is. That's a lot of home runs for that era.
Come on, man, Curtis. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this one's a tough one. This one's for our history guys here that we have that follow us too, for sure. They might be able to get this one. This one's crazy.
Yeah, it's looks like we're sticking with the position theme.
Yep. Well, I mean, you probably think about it like that probably is the most random like time to get power. I mean, even look at like Cal Raleigh last year to get 60. I know it's different, but like he wasn't even near 60 before. I'm sure other guys had power surges where their legs felt better one season than another. But
yeah,
this one is Walker Cooper. So you're welcome. And if somebody pulls that name in the comments, I'm calling Google on their asses. So
yeah, there's no way.
All right. John Temple made that one up.
Yeah,
you're right. This is actually a picture of my grandfather playing baseball, and I just made it up. So
that's actually Michael out playing catch.
Yeah, crazy. Love it. All right. This guy played for the Mariners from 2016 to 2020. 30 home runs in 2019. Next highest was 18 in 2022 for the Pirates and the Mets, where he split time. Who was this former Mariner? Michael, accurate. Yes, Harrison, you are correct with this one. Yeah, I think the Pirates and Mets clue might help you with this one. Maybe the silhouette a little bit, but he's actually kind of slim in this one.
I was gonna say he definitely bigger, but he's bigger now.
Haniger's a good guess. It's not Mitch Haniger. Cash grab player for us. Maybe. Do we know who it is? I probably grab a bag of, something in the morning when I'm hungry or in between innings. Just saying. This is who, Harrison?
Danny Bag of Donuts.
This is for sure Daniel Vogelbach, for sure. Yep. Yeah, he's quite slim in this picture compared to a little bit later in his career, but had some power for them for sure. All right. This guy played for the Cardinals from 2007 to 2010. 37 home runs in 2008. Next highest was 26 in 2012 for the Reds. Who was this former Cardinal? I'll be damned, Curtis says.
Fat Daddy Dan. Jeez.
That's terrible.
Oh, that's so bad.
This one might be this guy.
Yeah, I feel like I should know this one.
Ryan, I will accept the autocorrect. It is Ryan Ludwig. Nice
Oh,
job,
yeah.
Michael. Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
Roland, good guess. Not Scott Rowland, but yeah, Ryan Ludwig is correct. All right, I got 4 more for you, fellas. You guys have done pretty well on this, considering how obscure this kind of is. So,
Yeah.
all right. This guy played for the Rays from 2015 to 2017. 30 home runs in 2017. His next highest was 17 in 2016. Who was this former Ray? Ooh, Brian Jordan, not a bad guess, Matthew, either.
Oh, yeah.
This one, the question marks might help you out here. That's supposed to be a period, not a comma at the end of the name there. So, you know, me and my typos. It's great.
That's fine.
Yep. Aubrey Huff is a good guess, not Aubrey Huff. He actually has the single season hit record for the Rays, but not Aubrey Huff. I think this guy also had quite the cannon in the outfield, if I remember right. Evan Longoria, that's a good guess, not him.
I got nothing. It's a junior, so
It is Steven Souza Jr.
Wow.
Nice job, John Temple. Yes.
Not gonna pull that
Souza
one.
Jr. Yep.
I
Nice
do
job.
not remember him.
At all?
Not really, no.
Really?
Like I remember his name, but like I remember nothing about him.
Yeah. Yep. All right. 2 more. Here we go. This guy played for the Rangers in 2004 and 2005. 36 home runs in 2005. Forget he was dealt here, but mostly known for being a member of an exclusive club. Who was this former Ranger?
He got traded there, right? In that big trade package?
Possibly.
Yeah. To me, that stance is a dead or that leg kick's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah, this one should be fairly easy. I think you guys can get this one quick. Yeah, it is Alfonso Soriano. That is correct, Matthew. Nice job. I kind of forget he was on the Rangers. He was there for not a ton of time and then gone.
Yeah, because he was dealt in the A-Rod deal, right?
Yep. And I think it was only the 2 years in Texas and he was gone. But yeah, nice job. Yeah, Mike Reed got it. So
Yeah,
just kidding. Yep.
Was
Just
it Washington after that?
Yeah, and then he had his 40-40 season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, all right, now I got 2 left. Just kidding. I missed him on my checklist. This guy played for the Blue Jays in 2000 and 2001. 32 home runs in the year 2000. Next highest total was 19 home runs in 2002 for the Angels. Who was this former Blue Jay?
Oh, wow. Anybody else feel like when you're watching Alfonso Soriano hit that he swung like a 92-inch bat? It felt like he swung the longest bat I've ever seen and could hit everything like
hard,
even way off the plate.
Yeah. Not Vernon Wells. That's a great guess. The time period and the path is almost correct, but it's not Vernon Wells. Everyone's guessing Vernon Wells. It's a great guess. It's not him. This is probably a little bit more of a pull. Not Rivera. Let's see if I can give you more of a hint here. Also played for the Expos. He came up with the Expos, went to Toronto, stayed in Canada there, then Anaheim, and finished in Texas in 2004. Was part of the 2002 World Series with the Angels.
Oh,
Not John Olerud, not Overbay, not Mondesi, not Rios. It is him, Harrison. Nice.
yeah. The Expos gave it was what helped because I couldn't place them.
Yeah. Those are all great guesses. It is Brad Fulmer. Nice job, Matthew. There it is. Brad
Nice.
Fulmer. Nice work. All right. And the final one I've got. This guy played for the Nationals from 2009 to 2012. He had 31 home runs in 2011. His next highest total was 18 in 2012. Who was this former National? Yeah, Brad Fulmer was a nice pull, Matthew. That was a good one. Kurt's giving you props for sure. That's a good one. I completely forgot about it too until I did this. I was like, oh, dang. Pretty awesome. And we have had this guy on a missing lineup before for the Giants. One of their 18 starting left fielders, so it doesn't really narrow it down that much. But
Is this the guy? There's that clip circulating. He showed up to a men's league game and launched the ball to like the moon.
no,
not okay.
it is not Jason Worth.
Oh, that's right. That's Worth. I always get these two guys confused. It's the other
Well,
one.
they looked pretty
I know.
similar. Not Zimmerman. Zimmerman's a good guess.
God, what is his name?
Zimmerman's always a great guess when you're guessing Nationals, but not him. Yes, it is indeed him.
I always got the two of them flip-flopped.
Obama, he was in office then. Not him. He didn't quite get a 30 homer season. I mean, he could have. Depends on how many interns he had, but that's besides the point. Anywho, Adam Eaton, another great guess. Not Adam Eaton, Mike Reed. It's a good guess. It is Mike. I'll take it. Mike Morse is correct. Not Morris, but Morse. But I'll take it, John Temple. Nice job. Mike Morse. There it is. Ed just got it too. Nice job, fellas. Yeah, not Adam Eaton, but yeah, Mike Morse. So yeah, that was a blast for me to put together. That was incredible. I just put each team filter on and put in like, highest career home run totals. And I just went down and I was like, all right, which name sticks out to me that like I wouldn't have thought got 30 home runs on that team. So that was a lot of fun for me to do. I'm going to turn that into a series. So if you guys saw my what ifs, I'm going to like kind of lay everything out I did in trivia, but like actually put their picture there as like kind of like an info type thing. But I thought that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun for me to put together. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
That was awesome. Some real deep pulls there.
Yeah. So gives us some trivia for the bank, hopefully to make our page explode again. But yeah, man, I don't know exactly what's happened to our Facebook page, but it has absolutely like we're not getting views, we're not getting push. And it's not from the lack of support from you guys or our followers. I don't get it. So I mean, word of mouth also, guys. I know you guys tell everybody about us, but the support is incredible. But yeah, it's been weird. So hopefully that kind of spikes this back up again because there's some good ones in there.
And it's not just us; it's across the board. I mean, a lot of the creators that we talk to are in the same boat where they've seen huge drop off. So if you are watching videos, ours especially, anybody else's, like the likes and comments mean more than ever to the creator community.
Absolutely. Next one, random 25 or 30 save season. That's a good one too, Mike.
I like it.
I might do that. Thank you, Matthew. This means a lot. I mean, it really does. Harrison and I put so much effort into this. I hope it shows. We love that you guys are just as much a part of the show as we are. And I think that's what makes us special because we really love the fact that you guys add to the show every week. Absolutely incredible. And thanks for the feedback in the comments for that. You guys love that. So appreciate it. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's the man always bringing us down, John. It's crazy. Yeah. So, but really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to share our page out there to help us too, that would be appreciated too. So, thanks, Mom, for looking out. Appreciate it. But yeah, all right. This is the time of the show where I hand the reins over to you, chat. You guys can bring up anything you want to. And Harrison goes over a couple news things that I might have missed or he wants to talk about while you guys think of some other topics if you want to bring them up. So Harrison, you got anything else to bring?
Just one. So remember we talked last week about like the service time manipulation for the rookies and how that was still a thing. So it is still a thing, but MLB had put in place the performance plan where if a team has a player on their roster prior to their 13th game of the season and that player goes on to win rookie of the year or anything else, the team actually gets an additional draft pick. So we were trying to figure out like how they got around that. That's what they did because the Tigers are in a spot right now with Kevin McGonigal where they aren't positive they want to promote him. They think he's ready. They feel like they might be rushing him a little bit, but they are also keeping in mind that they have a very tight window to promote him to have him qualify for that performance award that they would both get. So it's actually one of those times that the team is considering maybe promoting him a little bit early to make sure he falls into that category.
Do you think a draft pick is enough of a motivator to do that though? Like it's one draft pick, and we all know about the crapshoot that the MLB draft is. Is that a motivator for a team? Just one extra draft pick.
I mean, I don't think that alone would like completely change their plan. But if you're on the fence, it's kind of like, well, if we're going to call him up anyways in a couple of weeks, let's just do it now. And yeah, who knows? That pick could turn into something.
Yeah, no, fair. Matthew, we actually last summer, we did a 10-week Jeopardy challenge where like we had 6 categories. We had 5 questions in each category. I had a blast putting that together. It was a ton of work, but man, people loved it. So yeah, I don't necessarily remember Baseball Jeopardy on MLB Network. I don't think I ever saw it. I'll have to go back and see if I can find it. But yeah, we put together our own game, had it on here. Harrison kept score. Everybody loved that. We had some big turnouts for those, so it was pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, Souza Jr. made us that sick catch saving Jordan Zimmerman's no-hitter. Oh, that's right, because he was with the Nationals at that point. That's right. Yeah, he was a pretty dang good outfielder from what I remember. Because I saw him a little bit, being the Sox fans that we are. Saw him come over when he was with the Rays. Yeah, I want in on the next one. I had front office execs on MLB Network. Yeah, try to invite some people like that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, if we put that together again, we did it. What was it, like July to the first week of September? I think we did a 10-week. I probably won't do a full 10-week one again. That was a lot of work to come up with that many questions every week. But it was a blast.
Yeah, so I just dropped a link in chat. That was to the first week of MLB Jeopardy, but there was 10 weeks of it. So if you go back on YouTube, you can find all 10 weeks of it was June through middle of August of last summer.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Every Thursday we did Jeopardy. Kept track of the standings for everybody. The winner got a rounding third t-shirt and stuff like that. So pretty darn cool there. So
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's when he started following us, and Jeopardy got me hooked here. Love it. Cool. Nice. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll have to bust it out again. Maybe I'll do like a little 5-week one. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. I had so much fun trying to put the different categories together and getting some ideas from Jeopardy categories, like did before and afters. I did, change one letter. I did that. So like I did a whole bunch of different ones. So it was pretty cool. So
Yeah, there are so many fun categories.
yeah. So yeah. All right. Anything else, Harrison?
That's it. Other than the WBC, there's really not much news. Thankfully, there's been no major injuries of note. Nobody
Knock
else
on
getting
wood. Knock
popped for
on
peds.
wood.
Yeah, nobody else getting popped for peds other than Profire. So, yeah, we're all right.
Absolutely insane.
It is.
I I just don't get it. And at this point, like we're 30 years out of steroids and we're still getting guys hit for PEDs. Like wild. It's wild. Don't get it. So
No.
yeah, Family Feud was also fun. We had Justin from Nostalgic Baseball Geezer come on. He puts survey questions on his page. We put survey questions on ours, and that's what we use for the survey for Family Feud. And those ones were always fun too. Got a lot of for that. Oh, Hunter Green is getting surgery. Oh no. So Reds are going to be without him. Dang.
That's no good.
Yeah. Yikes. We knew that he had the elbow injuries, but yikes.
Ugh, gross.
Joey Wentz for the Braves out for the year ACL. I would say I'm shocked, Michael, but Family Feud. Oof. It wasn't Curtis's favorite. That's fine.
Family Feud was fun. I mean, they were all fun, to be honest. It's
yeah,
just to put them on was a blast.
Just a little bit different, but yeah, the Jeopardy ones are pretty cool. But so we might bring that back. McCutcheon's playing better than he expected. That's cool. I mean, again, it's spring training. I'm still interested to see where McCutcheon's fit on that team is.
Yeah.
The Rangers to me are just they're awkward. For lack of a better word, I don't know where to put them. They have great starters if they can stay healthy. Starting pitching, I'm talking about. Does Brandon Nimmo go in there and produce? Does Josh Young stay healthy? Does Wyatt Langford take another step forward? I don't know what to think about the Rangers. Do you have an outlook on them at all, Harrison?
I'm in the same boat. I don't know what to expect out of them. Their offense was wretched last year. They dumped a bunch of pieces. They got more pitching, which we thought they weren't going to do. We thought they were going to start to tear it down. You still have Seager, who's going to play like 3/4 of the year at most. I think Nimmo helps a little bit, but I think that's a team that's going to pitch well and not score enough and be in the same spot as last year.
Well, Matthew's got a solution. He just put him in AAA.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've predicted them to finish in the basement behind the Angels, which is crazy, but
yeah,
that's just where I am with them. I don't know where they get the offense other than Seager, and if Seager's not there because he's hurt, along with Josh Young, does Brandon Nimmo and Jock Peterson, provide that much pop? I don't know.
Yeah. It's, they're another one of those teams that is so reliant upon health. They've got key guys that just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
It's like whatever happened to Evan Carter.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy.
They outright released him too, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did. I think they released him towards the end of the season. I could be wrong with that. Maybe I'm just getting it mixed up. No, it was Jonah Heim and Adolis Garcia they released. But
that's right.
But yeah, Curtis, I agree. Wyatt Langford has all the tools. He is a dog for sure. It's health with that entire organization, not just one or two guys. It's everybody. So I don't know. And Mike Reed, this is exactly where I'm at. Rangers could go nuts like they did in 23 or lose 100 games. Like there's no in between.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know what to expect, and I just don't have a lot of faith in them. And a good point by Ed. When your best player is a 100 gamer, it's not easy to predict. Yeah, it's true. You don't know how many games you're gonna get out of Seager, and when he's out there, like at what percentage is he healthy?
Yeah,
that dude's never fully healthy. It seems.
I mean, but when he is, man, there's no doubt he's a potential top 5 player in the game.
Unreal.
You can't get him out. You can't pitch to him. He hits the ball to all fields. He hits it 450 feet. He's incredible defense when he's right, when he's healthy.
Yep.
But he's never healthy. That's what's hard. Foscue looks good. Yeah, if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Curtis is saying they're third in the division. I won't tell Skip that in a text. I wish him well. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about the Rangers. Don't know. Just don't know.
Yeah, I don't have high expectations or high hopes for them. I just, third, sure, fourth, sure, fifth, also wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
I know they won't be a contender.
Right. Yeah, Mariners had the more durable Seager. 1,000%.
Sure did.
Yeah. Mariners icon, for sure.
Yeah, Corey certainly has the higher upside, but Kyle actually was out there more often.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad player himself either.
He was pretty good.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. But, yeah, if you guys don't got anything else, we got some WBC to cram in this weekend, which is going to be fun. That's going to be a lot to break down on Sunday, depending on what happens. But we will have all quarterfinal games done, right? Going into our show Sunday night, right? Friday and Saturday, and then off day Sunday, right?
Yes.
Because then quarterfinals, finals. Oh no, it goes 1-1-1, right? I think that's what you said.
Yeah, Sunday, so Friday, Saturday quarterfinals. The first semifinal is Sunday, second one's Monday, then you got Tuesday. So yeah. There'll be a semifinal being played when we're on Sunday.
Yeah. Mike Reed, this is a possibility. I'm around tomorrow night, so I'll talk to Harrison, see if we can pop on. Maybe we'll do that. And also, I do have a couple guys interested in fantasy baseball. I'm throwing this out to you guys in the chat. If you want to play, let us know. And like whether it's 6 of us, 8 of us, or whatever, it can just be fun. Like there's no money on it, just kind of laid back. It'd be something we could talk about throughout the season. So yeah, just send me a text or a message. We've got a couple people on the list already, so I can put that together for us all. I think that would be a lot of fun. And again, just something we can talk about. So even if you've never played before, it's a blast just to do the drafts and talk about it. So yeah, just send us a message. I'll add you to the list and we'll put it together. So all right. So Devish is down. Yeah, send me a message because I think I have to send invites for through emails and stuff. So yeah, Matthew, send me all that information. So send it right to our page messenger. Your son can join too, for sure. The more the merrier. I think that would be awesome. So and we'll be on, maybe tomorrow night to do the watch party, the USA game. We can talk about it more then. Maybe I can start setting it up there. But yeah, send us a message with your email. I'll get it all set up for everybody and we can go from there. But all right, I guess that will do it for tonight. We will see you possibly tomorrow night, USA, Canada. What time do they play? 8, 9?
Oh God, it's probably late. 8, yeah, 8 o'clock on Fox.
All right. Perfect. So yeah, we'll be on probably and should have a live draft. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's something we would do.
Yeah, should do it do it as part of the show.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think last year? Because we have another one that we started the first year we did the show. We're in year 5 of that one. That one's crazy. That's like a lot of our friends and stuff, like when we first got started. But to have one with just the chat would be cool. I've just put my draft board like on the screen so everybody can see it. And I was like, I don't care who I'm showing you who I'm going to pick or whatever, but pretty cool. I've never done an auction draft, Matthew. Never.
Same here. Never done it.
I'd have to look into it or do some practice ones because I don't know how
it seems too complicated.
Yeah. And again, it's math. So I numbers, I'm out. Yep. So all right. Yeah, send me a message. Give me your info. I'll start setting that up. Probably be ESPN Fantasy Baseball. So download those apps. And we'll get that started. And then we'll put like a group chat together as well. Probably from my personal page because where it's weird doing group messages from pages. So you'll probably get that from my personal Facebook account. But either way, you guys are incredible. Everybody that keeps coming back to watch us, again, can't thank you enough for the support. It means a lot. So have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Go USA. And we'll be on between 8 and 9 tomorrow. So have a good night. See you.
See ya.